With the 64th selection of the 2016 Major League Draft, New York Mets select Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso puts the hammer down. Three-run shot, that's 4-0 to New York.
Pete Alonso is the classic power hitter.
This is a guy that Met fans love.
Met fans were wondering, when is Pete Alonso going to come alive? When is he going to have his signature moment?
Williams sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right field. Pretty well hit. Frelick back at the wall. He jumps. It's gone. He did it. He did it.
My first love was for sure baseball. It's just something that I've just had an appetite for as a young kid. I just wanted to keep playing, and I'll always remember my first recruiting letter, and it was from Appalachian State. And I'm like, wow, I can do this. And for me, it's always been a dream. I've always had that vision, but in order to get to the highest level, you have to earn it every step of the way. Even in the big leagues, you still have to earn it.
Yeah, I feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't try to ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, I need it now, told him on the lay. I've been moving, dog, yeah, I'm on the way.
I've worked with a ton of guys at the top level, and with Pete, what separates him from a lot of other guys is his intense focus. The guy is just super dialed in at all times. He's also willing to learn. Everything that we do in here has a purpose, and with him, he asks the good questions and he does it with good intent, and I think that's why he's been making huge strides this offseason.
For me, I'm training for baseball. I'm training to outlast people in August and September coming down the stretch. I'm training to, even though baseball is a fast twitch sport, people look at the max effort swings, obviously the exit velocities off the bat, sprint speed. People look at all that, it's those short bursts, but how can you sustain that, sustain your mechanics, sustain your mindset over the course of 162 games? And also, how can you stay healthy through all that? So I think the best player's ability is their availability. Being in the lineup every day, I take pride in that. And over the course of a marathon season, I think that you want to stay healthy out there. You want to compete. You want to help the team win as often as possible.
Oh, yeah. Sharp.
You know what's funny too is last week we told him to get, more of a delay when he hits the ground or close to when he hits the ground. He does it like right there. He just freaking sticks it in like 2 seconds. It's like a 6-week fix for like a high school guy. To even feel that once. As soon as IR is.
The 42.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Such a big dude too.
Do you think when he gets into live games that his stride length will increase?
Yeah, it'll increase. I think that's the thing, is it'll increase for sure, but I also think that's what kept him from being. Remember how we saw like the first time he was way out there lunchy? I think that's the thing. That's how he minimized it. But what I also wondered too is some of that adductor stuff that you've been working on with like the connection ball in between his legs. I wonder if that's why he's able to control that a little bit better.
Biomechanics is probably changing the game, but it's more technology that's driving it. In the past, what we've seen is it's like this whole process to run, biomechanical assessment using a marker-based system. And now that you have markerless, you can just step into a calibrated area and then we'll track it. And then they'll come back to the room and they'll say, hey, I tried this. And then we'll sort of account for all the different kinematics that have changed. Through the offseason, we've changed a few metrics for Pete, but they haven't been drastic. So it's sort of mixing the vegetables in the lasagna. So we need to know what he's really good at and make sure we enhance that, but we don't change it. So then we're gonna try to integrate it into his strength program. So you're gonna have a strength program, you're gonna have a movement program, you're gonna have a skill program, and then you're gonna basically going to figure out, okay, how can we be most efficient with our time with this data? So that's really what we're trying to do, is have every piece on the board or every silo or every department be, integrated into one plan.
What I think separates a good athlete from a truly elite one is the ability to not only be disciplined, but stay focused and understanding that the road to where we want to get, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint.
I've come across 1 million talented kids, 1 million talented pros. Less than 1% get to the top. They're the best. And I think those best attributes are the simplest things. And it's all on you. It's like, can you show up? Can you be consistent to it? Can you have a consistent attitude? Are you going to keep moving forward? The ones that we have worked with over 20 years that are great have taught me, like, those are the foundation you got to do. But also look at the mindset that they create. That's a growth mindset. They're not satisfied.
I think for me, the number one thing in baseball is, yes, you have to have work ethic, you have to have resiliency, because it is a game of failure, but you have to accept failure, but never welcome it. I mean, you fail 3 out of 10 times, you're elite. And for me, it's like, I'm stubborn, I'm not afraid to fail, I keep putting myself out there, and for better or for worse, I'm gonna keep believing in myself, and I'm gonna compete.
He did it! Pete Alonso with the most memorable home run of his career. Pumps his fist as he rounds second. It's a 3-run homer. He's given the Mets a 3-2 lead. They all pour out of the dugout. Alonso on his way to home plate. They're waiting for him. He hits the plate. He is first congratulated by Nimmo, hugged by Lindor. There are a dozen Mets waiting for him outside the dugout. Pete Alonso keeps this fairy tale season going with the fairy tale swing of his career.